Are you ready to relax? Hello.
Hi.
My name is Emily. I'm going to be your nurse today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks. May I look at your name band?
Mm-hmm.
And can you please state your full name for me?
Jessica Matera,
And your date of birth?
January 28th, 1996.
Okay, thank you, Miss Matera. And can you tell me what date it is today?
Yeah, today is August 2nd, 2019.
Okay, and do you know where you are?
I am in Blewett.
And do you know why you are here?
I'm here to get a full head-to-toe assessment.
Okay, that is correct. Very good. So you are alert and oriented ×4. Your speech is clear. You have all of your side rails up and your bed is low. So I'm going to start the assessment by giving you 3 words to remember that I will ask you for later on, okay?
Okay.
Those words are bed, blue, and socks. Can you repeat those for me?
Bed, blue, socks.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start the assessment on your head. I'm going to inspect your scalp, look at your eyeballs, things like that, okay?
Okay.
So I'm first going to look at your scalp, making sure you don't have any critters in here. You have no abrasions, lesions. Okay, and then I'm going to palpate and check the mobility of your scalp. This is good. Okay, and now I'm going to check your eyes. So I'm going to have you look straight ahead, and I'm going to flash the light in your eyes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so your pupils are equal round and reactive to light. And then I'm going to have you focus on the pen, and I'm going to bring it closer to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. And now I'm still going to have you focus on the pen, and without moving your head, I'm going to have you follow the pen with your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, very good. And so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check your peripheral vision. So I'm going to have my hands on either side of you, and you're going to tell me when you're able to see my fingers when they come up, okay?
Okay. I see them.
Okay. And now I am going to look at your ears, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to palpate. Any discomfort at all?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to say a word, and I'm going to ask you to repeat it, okay?
All right. Apple.
Okay, good. And I'm going to look at your other ear. Okay, and palpate. Any discomfort underneath?
Nope.
And I'm going to say another word, and I'm going to ask you to answer, okay? Or repeat it.
Baseball.
Okay, great. I'm going to look up your nose, check for symmetry. This is good. I'm going to have you open wide and say ah. Okay, good. And your uvula is midline. And I'm just going to pull down your lips to check your gums. Everything's pink and moist. I'm going to check your eyes. Okay. And so next I'm going to palpate your sinuses, okay? Check for any swelling or any fluid buildup. Is there any tenderness or pain when I touch? Okay. And I'm going to also do the same with your lymph nodes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And how was that? All right?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So next, you don't roll up here. I'm going to check your charter to see how that is. Okay. Very good. I'm going to listen to your heart sounds, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to actually start with your carotid, so I'm going to listen to that, and then I'll palpate that as well, okay? Oh, so when I do this, I forgot to mention, I'm going to have you breathe, take a deep breath in and
Okay.
breath out, and so when you exhale, I'm going to have you hold, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead. Very good, and I'm going to do the same on the other side.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to have you inhale and exhale again. Okay, very good. While I'm here, I'm also going to assess your neck. Trachea is symmetrical. And I'm going to have you turn your neck that way. And I'm assessing for any JVD, which you don't have. And I'm going to have you look towards And also before I listen to your heart, so I'm bouncing around a little bit, I'm just going to feel for your thyroid. And I'm gonna feel one side as you swallow and then the next. So I'm gonna have you swallow now. Okay, good. And then again. Okay, good. Now I will listen to your heart.
Okay.
And this might require me to move your shirt around a little bit, okay?
That's fine.
Aortic. Colonic. Listen to Erb's point. Tricuspid. And I'm gonna listen to your mitral. Okay, very good. I'm also going to check your fingers and toes for capillary refill, okay?
Okay.
So that's less than 3. Good, and I'm going to have you straighten out your legs.
Okay.
And check your toes. Less than 3. And I'm also going to check for edema while I'm down here. There's no edema present. And as I'm going through this whole assessment, I'm going to be looking at your skin. So your legs, there's no edema present. So far your skin is warm, dry, color is appropriate for your ethnicity. Okay, now I will listen to your lungs, okay? So when I place my stethoscope on you, I'm gonna have you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out.
Okay.
Okay? And then I'm gonna go to the back.
Okay.
Okay. So your breathing is clear in all bilaterally and in all sections. While I'm back here, I'm also going to look at your back, okay?
Okay.
Look at the skin back here, make sure everything's intact. You do have a scar here. Okay. And I'm going to have you just roll forward just a little bit. I'm going to look at your spine. I'm looking for any abnormal curvatures, which I do not see, any scoliosis, lordosis, or kyphosis, which are not present. Okay. And I'm going to have you put your hands down on your lap like that, and I'm going to have you close your eyes. And if you feel anything, I want you to tell me where, if you feel something and where you feel it, okay?
Okay. Left foot. Right hand. Right foot. Left hand.
Okay, great. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to have you lay back and I'm going to listen to your abdomen. Okay, so I'm going to look first and look for any distension, which I don't see, the color on your skin, as well as normal for your ethnicity, dry, warm to touch. I don't see any abnormalities, and I'm also going to peek down here for any bladder distension, which I don't see. So now I am going to listen for bowel sounds, okay? Okay, bowel sounds are present and active, and now I'm going to palpate the abdomen. So I am going to press lightly in each quadrant and then deeper in each quadrant, okay? So I just want you to let me know if there's any pain or tenderness when I either press down or release, okay?
Okay.
How is that? Any pain or discomfort in any of those areas?
No.
Okay. And while you're laying down, I'm going to do some range of motion with your legs. So could you lift this leg straight up for me and back down? And then I'm going to have you bend your leg in and back down. And how is that? Any pain or discomfort?
No.
Okay. I'm going to have you do the same with this leg. So I'm going to have you lift it straight up. Very good. And bend it in. Good. And lay it back down. Any pain or discomfort there?
No.
Okay, so while I have you here as well, I'm going to ask you to resist my hands.
Okay.
Okay, good. And I'm going to have you sit up again. While you're here, I'm going to have you use your hands and have you resist. Resist again. Squeeze my fingers. Okay, very good. So your strength is all equal on both sides. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to have you swing around to the side.
Okay.
And so one of the things we're going to do now is I'm going to have you touch your thumb to each of your fingers. Okay, and now I'm going to have you take your right hand, and I'm going to have you touch your nose and come out. I'm going to have you touch your nose again. And this time I'm going to put my finger in front of you, and I want you to touch your finger to my finger, and then back to your nose, and then back to my finger again.
Okay.
Okay, great. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. So put your finger to your nose, out, back, and then to my finger. Okay, great. Another thing I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you hold your hands out like this, and flip them over, and back, and to your lap, and up, and flip. I'm going to have you do that as fast as you can. Okay, good. All right. And so from there, I'm going to have you stand up, okay? And I'm just going to check your back one more time, just to make sure I saw everything properly. So I'm just going to lift up your shirt and check it out. Make sure everything looks even. And then I'm going to have you bend. You can drop your arms, and I'm going to have you bend at the waist. Okay, and again, there's no abnormal curvatures of your spine. Okay, great, thank you. And so from there, I'll have you face me. I'm going to have you close your eyes and extend your arms. So we're going to do the Romberg test, which is a test for balance, okay? And we're going to do this for 30 seconds. And you can note that she's not drifting anywhere, so that is a sign for a negative Romberg test. And you're okay? So that's good, good balance. And so now I'm going to have you stand where I was. And I'm going to have you walk to that chair and back, and I'm just going to observe your gait and the way that you walk.
Okay.
Okay, very good. You have a steady gait, fluid, your balance is good. And then I'm going to have you just sit back. And do you remember those 3 words that I told you earlier?
Dog.
No.
No. Blue.
Yes.
Bed.
Yes.
I don't remember the last one.
The last one is something that you wear on your feet.
Oh, blue bed socks.
Yes. Okay, very good. So I am just going to have you sit back to the way you were.
Okay.
And is there anything else that you need, Miss Matera, before I go?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So all of your 3 side rails are up. Here's your call bell.
Thank you.
And if you need anything else, you just give me a buzz, okay?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.